You guys are gonna see me struggle. This one's weird because
Take your time with it. Take your time with
I
it.
cannot.
We're judging.
Nah.
Okay,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
judge
kidding.
me.
I'm so kidding.
Hey, so you got the ring, you're planning a wedding and feeling the overwhelm. Well, you're at the right place. This is Gwen with Hello Enamorada. Welcome to the Newly Wed Show, vendor edition, where we are dropping info and tips for those planning a wedding. Big or small, we got you covered. Enjoy this episode. First time. That was no.
She's done this before.
That was the first time that I did it on the first try.
Well, that's because we're here.
Exactly. It's magic.
Yeah.
It's the magic.
Under pressure.
I guess I work better under pressure. It's the hardest. It takes me at least 5 times.
Yeah,
right?
cameras out, they're on the run. Jenn and Junior getting it done. Best of friends, doing the thing. Different brands, but the same heartbeat. Newly Wed Series, hit play. Creators with something real to say. Even shorter version.
I am so happy
I'm
that
excited.
I have Jennifer and Junie here.
Thank you for having us.
I know you guys are BFFs.
Yes.
What is up with that?
We've been friends since 4th grade. Well,
Yeah, we've been friends since 5 ever. I mean, we like met in 4th grade because we went to the same school, but like in 7th grade.
he used to torture me.
Oh, it
Oh.
was great. Yeah.
Yay!
But I blame the teacher. The teacher literally said, she said, like, I'm putting him, like, the yapper next to her. Maybe they're like, we're like completely like opposite. And
That's great. That was a
she
smart move
learned.
from the teacher.
And then a year later, I'm at his house for like a hangout, and him and my now husband are like putting me on his bed and getting tin foil and scratching my stomach with it.
And, like,
That's the kind of torture he used to put me through. And also, you're taking horrible pictures of me and saving them all.
I
And
have every single one. Yeah, I never delete a picture, and that
we
goes
should,
to this
we
day.
should put them, insert
Oh,
them
yeah,
in
there
the
we go.
show today.
Oh, some of them, like I'd probably go to jail for them.
Oh, for real, yeah. We had graffiti on her stomach, and everything was great.
Love it. So for
Yeah.
those who don't know you yet, can you guys give me a little like intro of what you guys do? We'll start with
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
She's funny. She's funny.
We'll start with the ladies.
Well, where am I looking at you?
Look at me.
Okay. Jennifer, from J. Varner Photo. I've been a photographer for 12 years now, and I just shoot mainly couples, weddings, and families.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Junior.
My name is Junior Tobias, photographer, videographer, marketer. And yeah, I've been doing photography and videography for like families and businesses and weddings for over a decade.
Beautiful. So if you guys ever want to be funny or like speak directly to your viewer, this would be the camera. Okay. So that would be it.
Cool.
Audience.
Awesome. Oh, great. So let's set the tone a little bit for what we're going to be talking about, because this entire podcast is just solely based to give couples like a lot of good information and resources, because it can get really overwhelming with all the stuff that's out there. So can you guys each give me some tips so that we can share those with those planning a wedding, like a little pep talk that if you had the chance to give someone that is embarking on their planning journey for weddings, what would that be?
Find out who you want as your vendors and book them right away. Like, I think that wedding planning gets so stressful because people kind of don't know what they want or who they want, and then they wait way too long to reach out, and then like it starts getting closer and they just have so much to do and so many people that they end up really liking are unavailable. And I think that like over the past several years, like it's getting worse. People are waiting like 3 months sometimes to book their vendors and are just left so disappointed that no one's available.
Yeah, I've seen that shift too. And I don't know if it's generational or just because of the, like the financial like onset of the way things are now. But yeah, I've seen shorter and shorter timelines of people reaching out for availability, and by then it's like, no, we're not available.
Yeah, preparation is everything. Like this, if they prepare everything and they have the right vendors and the right people that work together really well, then the day of is actually mindless, because we're telling them what to do, we're telling them where to go, and the box is ready, the thing is set, everything is just ready to go. So actually doing all that work prior
Mhm.
makes them just be like mindless and like relax on the day of.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Agree.
I love it. Did you want to add anything else besides that, or was that it for you for your pep talk?
No, I think like, and I think like making it like what you want is very, very important. Having all that like information with the family figured out beforehand, and not be like, oh, XYZ, we'll just deal with the day of. Like, it's all about preparation with social, with relationships, with vendors. If you're prepared in all aspects of life, your day will go by super smooth.
Yeah, I have this huge thing. Like, everybody talks about how to plan the perfect wedding, but nobody ever gives you like tips on how to plan the wedding, which is going to be the longest stretch
Right.
of time anyways, right? And I think you like hit on a really good note, which is set your priorities straight. For me, it's that like make sure that you put your boundaries out as soon as possible. The sooner you can with everything, your budget, your friends, your family, it'll create like more realistic expectations. Because from what I'm seeing happening on socials, it's so many brides coming on and saying that they're so disheartened because no one is as excited as they are for the wedding, and they feel lonely and they've lost friends.
Right.
And I think it's from the lack of preparation. Prepare to plan, right? Essentially.
Well, and what he said about like you can make it what you want, I think that's like another huge thing is like so many people go into their wedding planning thinking that they have to do it a certain way because that's all they see. And it's like, wait a sec. If you don't like traditional, don't do it that way. Like, you don't have to play by any set of rules.
There's no rules.
Especially just because like your parents are paying for it or whatever. I'm like, you know what? If they care about your opinion, then they will still pay for your wedding, even if you don't want to do it exactly the way they want. Like, yeah, I just wish that more people realize that their wedding doesn't have a formula.
Absolutely. You know? And that comes from meeting really great vendors who like see the bigger scope and who are asking the right questions, right?
Right.
Because not everybody wants to give up the, cocktail hour for photos.
Right.
Right. And no one is really asking. It's just already kind of like a traditional kind of like sacrifice. I call it a traditional sacrifice. Essentially, it's like, oh, sorry, you're gonna miss out on your cocktail hour because you're gonna take photos. And sometimes, right? That's not the
and
case.
we can make our own traditions.
Yeah,
like literally, there's no rules. Like, we're multinational cultural time where the aesthetic, the people are different. There's no boundaries. So make it your own.
There's no rules.
Exactly.
2025, baby.
Exactly.
Yep.
I agree. Make your way your own.
Are there any misconceptions that generally like couples come to you for when it comes to video, Junior?
Yeah, for sure. Misconceptions are like the couples, for me, every time they come to me, they're very surprised that I give them like everything. I don't give raw footage, but they're very like, oh, like we get our full day and in like an edited way. So they're very happy about that. And sometimes they're very surprised that it takes so long, but that's because I give so much and I put a lot of thought into it. That's like we're like surprised.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I really want to continue to touch on, to educate people on those timelines, right? Because it's very different when you have a content creator show up and they can whip up these videos and upload them to apps and like whip up a really beautiful like video within like a few seconds, a few minutes, and it's done. You can't compare that to professional video. Just because professional video, there's so many moving parts to it, and nobody talks about that. We're not, I know it's 2025, but we're not at the point where we can like spit all of that information into a magical app and it'll like give us a beautiful color correction and like audio and clean audio and all the great stuff that you have to still do manually.
Yeah, like this. Let's take this bookshelf, for example, right? I take a video of this. The content creator will take a video of it and it'll look great and you'll see everything. But I will take a video of everything, take a medium shot of this row, and the very tiny little detail that the bride thought about. So, and then I'll make that into something separately where it's like, it invokes emotion, it invokes like feeling, and to music. So it's just different, right? I think the content creator has their purpose, and I like love shooting besides them. I've actually never worked with one that I haven't liked shooting with. So it's just, one's about speed and having it the next day for socials, and the other one is just about like
Putting
having
it-
it long term.
Yeah.
Well,
have
and
it
that
long
also
term.
ties into like prices. Like speaking of misconceptions, like I hate to just jump into like pricing
Yes.
because it scares people and it's controversial, but
Yes.
like that's one of the reasons why people might be surprised by like a photographer or videographer's pricing. Is
And I love the
because-
photographer saying this, right? Yep.
Right. I mean, yeah, like I
Mhm.
mean, they're both expensive, but it's for good reason. Like it's not just the 8 or 10 or 12 hours that were there on the day. Like there's so much post processing and so much prepping and so
Before.
much client communication.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's just so much that goes into it. It ends up taking like a month of our time usually. So that's definitely also something that like brides should be educated on, is like, where do you want, if you're going to splurge somewhere, like, I mean, I'm not just saying this out of a bias, but it's like your photos and your videos are the one thing that you are going to be left with, and it's not just as simple as taking a picture, clicking a shutter, clicking a button, and then delivering the photos.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we can make anywhere look nice.
Right.
Like, that's our job. Like
Yeah.
literally give us the worst conditions and we can make it look good.
Absolutely. If you can make Bakersfield look great,
Then you can do anything.
you can do anything. You can do anything. Are there any misconceptions that you kind of ran into, Jen?
Yeah, I would say my most common one, it's like really specific to my niche, because I'm like more of like a documentary style photographer. So pretty much everyone comes to me saying like, oh, I love like how everything looks so natural. I want my photos to feel natural. I don't want them to feel stiff. But I am worried that I'm not going to have any direction. Like I'm worried that I don't know what to do in front of the camera. So the thing I always have to clear up is like, you're going to get enough guidance to where you know what to do, but it's not going to be disruptive. Yeah.
I love that.
I
I love that.
so much.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then for those newly introduced to your guys' businesses, can you guys go back a little bit and tell us like how all of this love for video and photography began for each of you?
Go for it.
Okay. So, well, I was always like artistic, but not really good at any art. Like I loved like drawing and just any like creative expression, but didn't know like what I was good at. And then actually like my husband and my best friend at the time, they both like were into photography, which I was really young back then, like 15. And I just had the biggest crush on him. And they had cameras and I was like, that looks fun. I want to get a camera. So I got a camera and then just had a lot of fun with it, just playing around with it. And then I think when I turned like 18, I was like, I wonder if I could get paid for this. And started like posting ads on Craigslist.
Yeah, same. That's where I got the first wedding.
Craigslist. Huh?
Craigslist,
Literally.
yeah.
I love that.
And it was a giant mess, but you know what? Started getting those like $100 clients here and there, driving like way out into middle of nowhere, to put it politely.
Into you.
And yeah, it just kind of snowballed. Like I realized, like, wait, I love this, and this is on my terms, and I can be creative. And it just kind of spiraled. And now I couldn't be more grateful because like the flexibility is amazing, but
Yeah.
also like I can't live without it. Like it is my one thing that's like just for me and a way to just like express who I am creatively, and my emotions creatively and stuff. So yeah, that's where
Yeah.
that started.
Yeah,
and-
it's a beautiful outlet for a lot of us and for you, Junior.
Yeah, Wyatt. So her husband in our first out of our friend group, he was the first one with a DSLR, like a real camera, right?
Mhm.
And it was a lot of fun. My freshman year of high school, took a photography class, learned the dirt basics, and then was self-taught all throughout there. Charged a little bit throughout high school, and then by my senior year, I had my first wedding. Literally,
Wow.
it's crazy that like I've always come from a business background and like tech. I love technology, so like I'm a huge gearhead, and it just kept growing and growing. And I went into the job market after graduating college for business, and I was like, okay, let's try this out. Nothing was as exciting as photography
Yeah.
and videography. So it's like it just.
So
kept
you
me-
do both.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
started it's junior photography, but I never changed it. So, but I do videography. I started videography probably like 4 to 5 years after like video photography. So
Is that currently like your love right now, videography?
everything. I love both. Like
Equally right
yeah, I
now?
love both equally. Like that marketing and like really being involved with businesses and couples, so in weddings. So I do both like equally. I get a lot more videography jobs during wedding season, but during summer it's like half and half.
Sweet, sweet. If you guys were helping a close relative find their photographer, videographer,
Yeah.
and it couldn't be you guys, okay? What questions would you coach them to ask when they're looking for?
It's a good one.
That's a really good one.
And you can talk about red flags or green flags or just in general.
Red flags, man.
The list is long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
inconsistency for sure. Like I feel like if their work is inconsistent, like you have nothing to trust, you have no basis, you know what I mean? And you can't trust that they might be used to working with like one type of terrain or one type of area, and then if yours is different, you might not like the outcome of that. Also kind of back to the whole pricing thing, like to me a red flag is like pricing that seems too good to be true, like low pricing. Yeah, I don't know, I just wouldn't really trust that person has as much experience as they might be saying if their prices are too low. And then green flags, good reviews. Reviews are everything. You want to see the person's face with the review. You want to make sure they're a real person.
Yes.
But yeah, just having like real people that can vouch for their experience, not just for their photos, but for their experience is so important because yeah, I mean, we all know this, but the bride is the person, I guess, the photographer and the videographer, those are the people you're going to be spending like most of your wedding day with more than anyone else. And it's just as important that your personalities mesh and that you guys get along and that they like you and you like them too. If you're going to hire someone to literally be right next to you on your day, you don't want them to ruin your wedding day because you're irritated with them, right?
Yeah. No. You literally want to be like friends with them. Can I hang out with this person outside of this, because they'll make you feel comfortable behind the camera.
Right.
Love it.
Right.
Any other ones you want to deal with? No, answer as far as like for videography.
For sure. I think of how important and like how much of a priority they are. Like they make you feel, because I feel like it comes back to even like the technical side. Like are they dual recording, right? Is that important to them? Because if they're not dual recording, people aren't backing up their footage right away, and and something could have happened. So like all that technical side of it, of like just being on it and how much of a priority you are to them is so important.
Yeah, not half, I would say even 70% of the job on the day of is literally troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Troubleshooting
light,
tech, troubleshooting light, troubleshooting people, troubleshooting.
It's so true.
Yeah, we're therapists. We're also photographers, videographers, and therapists.
Dealing with dress malfunctions, outfit malfunctions, like getting lipstick off of wedding dresses, like you have to have someone who's willing to go out of their scope of work to help you.
You become a jack of all trades eventually. It's
start putting flowers and I start bustling dresses.
Yeah, for sure. That's one thing that we all learn, bustle dresses. So I've been around enough to, and I'm sure you guys have too, to kind of see the ebb and flow of like trends, how they come and they go. Right now we're seeing a lot of the film kind of come back and the very like blurry video come back. I don't know. But it's a vibe.
Photo and video, both.
Fine.
Everything.
And it's like we have really great technology that will like give you really clear, crisp picture. And they're like, no, we want the blurry.
They want the nostalgia.
That's what it is. I was all like, we can make that
clean.
nostalgia. Like, how nostalgic do you want it? To when we're like, oh, I don't know. I think that's my grandpa. No, that's not my grandpa. That's a guest.
Yes.
Who is that? So it's great. So what are the things that you guys are noticing? Are there things that couples are coming to you guys with in terms of like things that they've seen on social that is taking off and you guys like, oh, I see a little trend happening here?
For sure.
I feel like trends, come and go all the time. And I think every photographer and videographer have their own trends and have their own style. So I feel like couples already go into finding their person just by like their aesthetic. So if you're going for that aesthetic, you're already going to be there, right? So like we have completely different styles. So if they're already going for her aesthetic, they're like, okay, this is what I want and this is what I'm getting. Same with mine. So I feel like trends that maybe reception trends. I know there's a lot of reception trends that are out the door, and I feel like receptions have gotten a lot shorter with like
Yeah.
formalities.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's actually been a lot more like relaxing for us
Mhm.
because you can get those out of the way and just have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like say goodbye to the bouquet toss and the garter toss. Like, who invented that for
Yeah,
one? Like,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to do it, do it. But definitely more people are saying like no to those things.
Yeah.
For the garter.
Yeah.
Even
yeah,
the
yeah,
traditional,
the
even my
garter.
traditional, like because we like deal with very heavy like Mexican like culture
Right.
weddings, and the garter is already like out the door essentially. They're
I
like,
mean,
"Ew,
do
no."
you really want to do that in front of your dad?
Well, all the girls before that did. They're like, look, and you'd be surprised. You'd be like surprised, right? Because it's a very traditional, like, oh, my parents, oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's intimate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very intimate thing. But
I feel like it's to be questioned. Like when you really think about it, like
why did it
Start
make it
breaking
there
it
in the
down.
beginning?
You're like,
wait a second.
yeah.
Oh no, my grandpa's
we
watching.
need
like,
somebody to do a research, babe. Can you do research why the garter
why the garter toss is stopping?
Why the
or
garter
why
toss?
it's
Like,
stopping?
no, why it
a little
started in the
history.
first
What
place.
started it? There's some
We need
like
fact checkers on
yeah.
here.
some like old tradition that probably has something to do with donkeys or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Something that had nothing to
Yeah,
do with
something that has
weddings.
nothing to
Like,
do with a
what?
wedding.
How did it end up
Oh,
here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably true. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. I'd be curious.
Yeah.
Now
Is
that-
there a service or maybe something that you guys are itching to each do that you are like, I love this, but I haven't seen anyone ask for it?
Ooh. I feel like just when like couples like give me free range to do whatever I want, is very rarity. So I feel like for me, like it's very rare. I feel like I get that itch more on the commercial side of it. Of that commercial, there's no rules when it comes to
Mhm.
social media.
Mhm.
So if I can just like scratch that itch on the commercial side of things of grabbing people's attention, that's a lot of fun. But I feel like maybe playing with like colored light would be super cool for me because I just love that aesthetic.
It's fun.
Cool. If they give me some time at night for colored light and to bring in weird things, I feel like it'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be different.
For you, Jen.
Nothing like specific comes to mind. I guess like my favorite things are just when people come with like really specific, unique ideas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just things that you don't see every day.
Wait, I saw someone come in with a super cool idea. I think I saw it on the feed. It was I don't know if it was a wedding or if it was an engagement. They DIY'd a big heart and it was
Yeah.
vintage. That was so neat.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Those people, they literally like the bride, she was like, oh, I want to get married in Vegas, but then I went to Vegas and Vegas is stinky and dirty and gross and I don't want it. She was like,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
can
want-
skip Vegas.
I know. She was like, I don't want anything to do with my wedding to actually be here. So she was like, I just wanted to bring Vegas to us. And
There
they
you go.
like they have a theater background, so they DIY'd a whole
That's
heart and put
genius.
lights in it, and they
That's
did it
awesome.
like perfectly. And it was such a vibe. Like it was so cute.
See,
That
we
is
can do
so
anything
cute.
in
I
Bakersfield.
know.
Yeah.
Mal looked for it. He says a wedding garter toss has a history rooted in medieval traditions. Initially, guests believed that possessing a piece of the bride's dress brought good luck, leading to potentially aggressive attempts to acquire it.
Oh.
To prevent damage to her gown and appease the crowd, brides began tossing their garters, which were originally used to hold up stockings.
Oh.
This evolved into a fun activity where the groom tosses the garter to single male guests with the belief that catching it signifies the next to marry. There's no talk about it being removed, though,
Interesting.
Hmm.
Or with your teeth.
or with your teeth,
Yeah,
or the
It just got
grind.
spicy.
that is the part that I'm curious about because it's like with my own wedding, I like took it off. I just took it off and
You're
had my
like,
husband throw it.
here.
Yeah, I was like, we don't need the whole peep show happening.
Yeah,
here,
I
you
think
know?
someone out
Not
there
for
added
free.
the peep
yeah,
show.
not for free.
free.
Someone out there
that's
added
one
the peep
thing.
show, and it just kind of like took off. From there.
Yeah, and there's always the same song that happens. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Every time it's the same
Chicka
one.
bow
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Turning medieval things spicy.
I know.
That's
That's our culture, you know?
All right, let's talk about like vendor relationships. I know that when we're working on the day of, we're like really focused on just getting, our list of photos or just our stuff done to the best. There's so many moving parts that sometimes it can be easy to forget that we're like a small part of a bigger thing. So can we touch on maybe some things that you see that are often overlooked by other wedding vendors in the industry that might be beneficial for them to know?
This one might cause some problems, but
Oh, drama. Drama.
girl, hair and makeup has got to start earlier or has got to like plan for it to take 30 minutes longer than they think it's going
Yeah.
to.
Let's get a buffer. in
Yeah,
there.
like
Yeah.
and it's like their work is so important.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
of course,
because their whole
like,
their work is throughout the whole day. It shows,
right.
right?
Like we need them, and I appreciate them so much.
Mhm.
Like it's nothing like that. But it's almost like every single wedding, it takes so much longer than we anticipate, and it's
Mhm.
just so stressful.
Yeah.
And
it
it's
sets
like
back the
mhm.
whole day.
Yeah.
I usually,
Yeah.
it's usually, it's definitely one of those things that starts the
Butterfly
domino
effect,
effect
yeah.
of like
Right.
just like catch up. From there on, you're just playing catch up.
right.
You're already
Without
late
stressing out the
and
bride.
sometimes you just even have to cut some things out, and
Right.
it's just unfortunate. But one of the things that I tend to kind of talk to my brides about, it's like, hey, by the way, this is the time that I'm starting,
Yeah.
right? And these are the times that I need you and the following people who are going to be in the shot, if you want your bridesmaids to be ready.
Yes.
Usually
ready.
your makeup artist, if they're well vetted in the industry, they'll understand that we have to push it back.
Right.
So giving them that information sometimes help. However, that is definitely something that has to be chatted with the makeup artist,
Right.
with the bride, because sometimes they're ready, but then their mom isn't. And you're like, oh, I didn't think of that. My mom, well, she was going to be in the getting ready photos,
Right.
and
Yeah.
the getting ready video, and it's kind of important. So
We have to
Right.
connect the dots for them.
yeah,
Yeah. That's always a tricky
that's
one.
a really, really good one.
Or the bride like wants to go last because they want their makeup to be the freshest, but then everyone else is ready but them,
Mhm.
and that's always hard too because it's like, well, I mean, you can only shoot so much without the bride,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
true. And just keep popping them, okay? Just
Oh,
keep
for
going
sure.
if you like think of any more.
I mean, for me, it's just like I feel like a wedding day is a song and dance. Like there's so much coordination going on, like I talked about with like preparation. So I feel like from the makeup artist all the way down to the DJ at night, if everybody is just on the same page, on the same flow, we can get everything done in a really great period of time. Like if sometimes I always ask vendors. I'm not shy to ask, but I also am very like I understand where they're coming from. Like, hey, how long is this going to take? Not because I'm rushing you, but it's because of like, okay, if they're going to take this amount of time to do this, I can do this
Right.
while I can do that. So
Mhm.
I know I can circle back and get more shots and get everything I need to get. And it can just be a beautiful song and dance between everybody. That's why we do timelines. That's why we coordinate and communicate with our vendors.
Yeah.
Communication is so key.
Communication is
Sing it,
key.
girl. Sing it, girl.
What was
That was
that?
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Wait, hold on. So
Beyonce who? Sing it. Sing it.
Don't get
You're
me
in
all
the
riled
wrong
up.
field.
Exactly,
You should be up
exactly.
there. You have
Exactly.
your mic, just get
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, right now.
No, another misconception that I think we should talk about too, or touch on, is like when I know florists and planners, they work really, really hard to get like all the beautiful decor up and running, and it's gorgeous, and they spend so much money and so much time. I get that, and sometimes they are so upset because we are not giving them enough photos and details, right?
Like that's why we asked. That's why I asked, because it's funny. If I ask the florist, hey, how long is this gonna be ready? I'll know, okay, I have X amount of time to do this, and I'll get those reception shots with not a soul in it.
Right.
I'll have time to do a drone shot with no one around. So that communication goes a long way. And if I ask you for some extra flowers, or if I pre-plan to get those extra flowers for a flat lay, like you get the aesthetic of the
Yeah.
day.
Also, too, keeping in mind as planners and florists, to keep in mind that not all wedding teams or wedding vendors come equipped with a second photographer.
Right.
Or also their budget was so limiting that they're like just hired someone on for 6 hours.
Right.
So taking into consideration that sometimes it's like we might not be able to have those two things. And if they are, they're going to be quick and fast. But I think communication is key, because when we expect something, it's just we always end up being disillusioned. There's nothing like, if it's important to you as a planner or a florist, reach out to that media, team of the day and be like, hey guys, like, is there anything, are you going to have a second photographer there? If there's not, can I like pitch in, and maybe we can hire one for like 1 hour to come in and like, do this or cover that. It's all about communication.
Yeah. And then most of my packages are like that. Like, it's just
Mhm.
mostly, a lot of the times it's mostly just me.
Well, yeah, and there's like like that time of day is usually so chaotic. Like I know for me, it's like the reception setup. It usually just ends up being like, okay, I have 2 minutes. I'm gonna run over there and grab some shots, and
Yeah.
then I have 2 more minutes. I'm gonna run over there and
Yeah.
grab some shots, because it's like you can try
Yeah.
to plan 15 minutes just for the reception, but it's if not everything's on track, like with the bride and everything else that's happening, or the groom, when the groom's coming late,
Mhm.
and they're messing around or whatever, it's just, that's like one of the things that like might end up getting less time and less
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
And
like,
it's not because we don't want to. We
no,
love. I
that's
mean,
like the best part.
I know.
That's the
I like
best,
the aesthetics.
coolest,
Right.
easiest part, and we love to do it. It's just sometimes we're just limited, to either just ourselves, or there's no time. And then sometimes the flowers, everything gets put out so late, because
Right.
I understand,
don't want it to
especially
die.
you don't want it to
Bakersfield,
die out.
California.
Yeah.
And so there's like a little window of time, and that
Right.
window of time, you're already, if the day already, ran off the schedule, you're already backed up. And so
Right.
you're like, where do I go?
Yeah.
You got to pick and
100%.
choose the shot sometimes.
And
Yeah.
Right.
sometimes, yeah, it does definitely gets like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, before it's over, are there any projects that you guys are really excited about? Anything coming up for each of you that you guys want to share? Anything?
Okay. No, I mean for me, it's honestly about focusing on my own brand. I always tell myself for 5 ever now that I've been wanting to just like rebrand myself, or more than anything, just encompass the actual videography and the marketing portion of my business. So I feel like I really just want to come out the gate with like, I have a million ideas of what I want to do. A lot of it's already just like there. I just need to execute.
And then I'm honestly, like, I'm in the point in my career where I'm trying to get rid of the extra projects. Like, I'm trying to just focus in on weddings,
Reel back
because
in.
I enjoy them the most. And like, my time is important to me. And I want to
Yeah.
like give each client, like all of me, and not be doing like random off jobs here and there that don't really have anything to do with my niche. So yeah, like I have some really cool weddings coming up, and that's about it. And that's all I want. Like, I don't want any like weird big projects that might be fun, but might just be stressful, you know?
Yeah. There are
Yeah.
definitely seasons for everything.
Right.
There's some seasons to, get a little like hyper focused on your niche and like the clients that you want. And there's so much, especially for moms, and like if you're
Right.
married and you just have so many other things to worry about, that being able to, stay focused with your couples, your business is really important. So it's like, what do I need to get rid of to be able to continue to serve, my clients in the best way possible?
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah,
it's
and
really
it's
great.
like makes you love your job more. Like,
Mhm.
when you're
Absolutely.
doing the things that you love, instead of feeling like you have to do whatever comes your way
Mhm.
because it's an opportunity for you. I think that's how burnout happens,
You have to fight to
Right.
preserve that love. That's how I see it, because it's so easy for us to say yes
Yeah.
to things because they come at us. And
Yeah.
we're like, it's $500 here, $800 there. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Then at the end of the day, it's like maybe it's not worth it, because you're not reserving your energy for the things that really, really spark your creativity, your imagination, and your love,
Right.
that continue to feed your soul. And then also too, it protects your downtime.
For sure.
And downtime, we know, we were just
What-
talking,
what's that?
before the we were just talking before the podcast, that sleep is so important. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my gosh, Jen, Jennifer Jr. Jennifer Jr. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Mao and I
Yes.
enjoyed you
Thank
guys.
No, thank you guys so much. We
yeah,
This
appreciate
was
it.
really,
Thank
really
you,
fun.
guys.
Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you at the next episode.